Hey, what's up? This is your boy Christopher Williams, actor, singer, Renaissance man, and you're tuned in with my girl Portia Monique on According to Portia.
Hello and welcome. My name is Portia Monique, and today I'll be your host. And today we're sitting down with a true R&B icon whose voice has shaped an era. After more than 20 years away from releasing new music, Christopher Williams is back with purpose, passion, and a powerful new single, Good Enough. His story is one of resilience, gratitude, and a renaissance in artistry. And we're honored to dive into this moment with him. Mr. Christopher Williams, welcome to the show.
What's happening, Miss Portia Monique?
What
Honored
is,
to be here.
oh, thank you. We are so honored to have you as well. So, after more than 2 decades without releasing any music, what did you want good enough to communicate about where you are today, both as a man and an artist?
Pretty much it's a love song, but the subliminal message in it is like just what it says that whether music is involved or not, each of us, at least my perspective is you're good enough.
Mhm.
And it says in the song, I hope my best is good enough. I don't want to lose your love. But at the same time, if push comes to shove, I hope that's good enough because I'm only can be me. Put my best foot forward, whether it's in love or relationship with your mom, your dad, your kids, work, colleagues, whatever. That's really what the song meant. Now it has more of an intent meaning towards a relationship because it is really about something that me and a woman is going through.
Mhm.
And but love, I think, encompasses all things.
Yeah.
I think you can take eros love and not apply the eros, and it's still love, and it's a different shape of love. Eros may be the strongest factor of love other than faith love because it means that you're physically, your souls are attached and things. So, other emotions can come, jealousy, possession, and certain things, or just, commitment, and
Yeah.
when that breaks, it breaks. So
Now, I love that you decided to come back with a love song because Lord knows that we need it in this era of time and music. But you also describe music as home for you. What did returning to that home specifically feel like after so many years away?
it's like being in it's like being in the wilderness, or like you do a 20-year sentence in prison.
Mm,
And one, you're grateful because you come home to a home.
hmm.
Then you walk into the presence of this home and you feel like this is still my home. So when I'm on stage, it feels like second nature. It feels comfortable when I'm in front of the audience. The communication is easy. The yoke is light. It's no
Hmm.
burden. Other factors come in, whether your MD's playing the song right or the drum is playing at the right speed, if the media walls are working right. There are other factors, but all in all, just so grateful to have an opportunity to still be doing this after 36 years. And
Yeah.
the fact that after this time, the audiences are increasing and not decreasing. So I'm grateful for that. And I still love singing. So, it always gives me a tickle when I sing and people still like it or they're touched by it, or couples make love to it, make kids by it. I
Yeah.
was on the phone with Devontae because I'm doing a song with Devontae. We trying to get Devontae out of the house from Jodeci.
Hmm.
And all I see was an amazing ballad we made during the Uptown days. And just to hear his excitement about it really humbled me because, again, more about outside things who are calling me into this energy is more about my own self because I've been wanting this since I took the hiatus, but
Hmm.
not to the point where I lose my perspective or lose the fact that I'm a man first, or a father, or whatever hat I seem to wear, whether I'm developing property or I have a new restaurant coming, Vegan Solicious. I have a partner in Brooklyn. We actually have three things. We have a speakeasy, a restaurant, and a coffee, really sexy coffee and tea shop called Nacha Focaccia. So I've been bestowed all of these beautiful things and opportunities. So all I could be is grateful, but
Yeah.
at the same time, just happy that I get to get up after being paralyzed and I get to work every day.
Mm.
I have a purpose in my life. I have meaning. And then when my work is over, I get to see my grandson Christopher the Third's beautiful
Mm.
face, or my little 9-year-old track star Corey, who's my granddaughter, and that levels everything out. That always takes me back to what I'm doing this for.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Such gratitude. And thank you for coming back because, of course, we missed your sound. There's nothing out there right now that has your signature sound. And so we're happy to have Good Enough. We're excited that you gave us Good Enough because, of course, it blends your signature R&B sound with contemporary energy.
It
Now,
does.
now, how intentional were you about honoring your past while evolving for today's audience?
Very intentional.
Mhm.
Because I didn't want to. We didn't want to come out and try to compete with, Chris Brown or Bruno Mars or those guys. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They're the next and more improved generation. Not as far as like talent, just with the media and this, that, and the fourth. And I really enjoy seeing these young men evolve, and like especially Chris, Bruno, Anderson Paak. I'm praying for even I'm praying for Trey Songz. I don't really know
mhm.
what's going on. I hear some things. I
Right,
don't get glued into that.
right.
But just to see that these young people are carrying the baton and they're doing it well. To see Rihanna do what she's done. My girl from Harlem, Teyana Taylor, Summer Walker, SZA, Jasmine Sullivan is a absolute beast. So again, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I sit back and I'm like, wow, this is almost as good as when I first started loving music, when I was listening to Marvin Gaye and Teddy Pendergrass and Barry White and all these amazing Al Green, Curtis Mayfield, these amazing people.
yeah,
So I always feel like music is a good place, but I always know that there's the other side. There's no light without dark. There's no good without
mhm,
bad.
mhm.
So I think that a lot of times we focus on the bad to distract what's good or to control what's good. So I
Yeah,
understand that narrative in this game. And it's apparent, but it doesn't have to be that. So I choose to just it's funny, like coming back after all these years, I run into all my brothers, whether it's Carl Thomas or Elder Barge, Albie Shore, Joe, Maxwell, Brian McKnight, all these amazingly talented people.
mhm.
And it's just love.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just love. So I'm humbled by it. And I'm hoping that we as a people, as a world, get back to that.
yeah, yeah.
We're always so anxious to knock each other down, but it's a little stronger to pick somebody up.
Absolutely. We're always so anxious to knock someone down, but it's a little stronger to pick somebody up. So we definitely appreciate that.
I mean, I went through my first health scare, lost maybe 70 pounds, was paralyzed in a coma for 24 days. And all the comments read was, I told you he's on drugs. He's a crackhead.
Oh,
And
wow.
I laugh at stuff like that because I want to see what they say next year.
Yeah. Well,
But,
we're,
but those
we're
are people who watch what other people do and they do nothing.
and they do nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, God blessed you to be able to come back from that. And now we have good music that's nostalgic of course, the 90s era and all of those guys that you were talking about. That just brings up the nostalgia of, oh, yeah, that was music back then. So we're certainly excited for it.
Thank
Now,
you.
this is your lead single from War and Peace, your new studio album that's coming in 2026.
Mhm.
What themes and or stories can longtime fans expect with this new chapter?
The next single, Gentleman, is going to make ladies want to change how dudes start acting.
All right
Dudes don't know about having handkerchiefs and being a man no more,
now.
unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where this thing where women are like ATMs or men are like ATM cards. I tell young ladies all the time, you have the power to empower yourself first. Step to a good brother as a whole woman, everything that you're empowered to be. So you're not looking for your better half or another half. You already have that. So that two whole people can come together.
Mm-hmm.
And that car and all that stuff he can afford to buy. There's people out here with millions and millions of dollars who spending $50,000 on you shopping to be a prostitute don't mean anything. That money don't. That's like the change. That ain't even the investment money. That's change. And you giving up your soul and all your cookies and everything else because it makes you feel good to be in that space. And there are a lot of guys like that, especially
Yeah.
cats in California.
Ooh, ooh.
And see, for
We
me,
picked it up.
I'm gonna say it the way it is, the way I've experienced it. So I
Mhm.
always try to tell people, you know, especially young ladies, because I think that, can I be candid?
Absolutely.
When I was growing up, I really was in love with dark skinned sisters, but no one, because my mother is my twin, but my dad was white, my mom was chocolate, but
Hmm.
I'm literally her twin. If you look at my face and you put dark skin, that's my mother's face.
Hmm. Hmm.
I would always, I think we picked up around the light skin, dark skin thing, the indoctrinated nonsense that was created here.
Absolutely.
And it's so funny to see that in evolution, there's always something to try to trip us up with not being good enough.
Hmm.
I'm not dark enough. You're not light enough.
Hmm.
The antennas is hair,
Hmm.
but it's such a precedent on what hair is
Yeah.
when really the creator intended to be an antenna to your Christos and what you're intaking, the sun.
Mm.
All these misconceptions about silly stuff. So um I've gotten to a place in my life where I think about things that are not so much what the current events are and what's going on. Like everyone's concerned with Donald Trump and government. Government's never worked.
Mm.
Name one time in history where government worked.
Hmm.
That's why Kemet didn't have a government,
Mm.
because that's the only civilization that ever worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't take time to see that. We keep going, well, what's wrong? Well, we need to get this person as a Republican. They're the same thing. They all work for the Corporation of America. So how is it going to work?
Right.
So what it is let me put this orange dude in front of you so he can irritate you to the point where you actually lose your mind, and that's all you're focused on,
Yeah.
whether you like him or not. And my thing is, you can like him or not like him.
Hmm.
But again, shaping what your perspective is in the future. See, mine is going to be an indigenous one
Hmm.
that is purposed by a platform, by my music and what I release theatrically. And then I'm hoping that whatever God has for me, there'll be a promised land to get a better perspective about things. If it means, and if it doesn't mean anything to you, then fine. You don't. It's cool. But that's basically a lot of what this comeback is to rectify what I started, like Frank Sinatra, go out and do it my way,
Hmm.
endure all the worst that they've done. See, you could kill my shell, but you can't kill my spirit. I'm
Right.
actually nine ether. I will never die.
Mm.
None of us will. So
Hmm.
all of these fear mongering tactics that have been taught to us through centuries, it's not true.
Yeah.
It's the same foolishness as multiplication. You have
Yeah.
two components. One times one. How you get one? Where's that proper math? You have two components in a multiplication
Hmm.
equation.
Hmm.
You got one times one. How does it equal one? If you're multiplying,
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
No, but that's what
And
we've
there's
been taught.
a lot of things in what we've been taught that spell out the same. I can go on and on and on till Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
just with words.
Yeah.
Like we're taught civilization. Name me one person in ear's distance who's ever seen a civilization.
We can't.
So what's the word mean? Who contracted it? Who crafted it?
Who?
I mean, I know who, people know who, but again, and it's not a thing to sit and be like, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is
Right.
bad, this is bad. It's to find truth in your
Hmm.
perspective so that you can flow right.
I love it.
You can flow in a loving, clear place in your mind.
Hmm.
You can understand that whatever you do in church ain't gonna matter. It's what you do outside of church that's gonna matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you read through somebody else's mind, that's fine. All I'm saying is when you line up in the same line as them and then you followed them and you didn't follow the creator or what he's actually saying, and you're in line over here and you're going, well, why am I here?
Hmm.
Because you follow what they said.
Yeah.
You didn't read for yourself. You didn't form your own perspective.
Yeah. And I like how you phrase that. Find truth in your perspective. find
Right,
truth in
because
your perspective.
we're
Yeah.
different people. Our
Yeah.
journeys, what we're purposed to do, how we
Mhm.
think, how we feel is different. So when did we become Big Macs, where everybody's two all beef patty, special sauce, so there's cheese, pickles, onion, and sesame bun?
I was trying to finish that for you,
Yeah, two
but
all
I
beef patty,
forgot
special
it.
sauce,
Right.
lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun. It's like we get a thing, and it's like if we don't fit a culture, Lenny Kravitz is a perfect example of not fitting culture.
Mm.
I remember when he was Romeo Blue, roaming around getting a record deal. No one saw his talent.
Romeo Blue. Okay.
That was his name. Check. Don't believe me. Check the history.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
study.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do porch monkey nonsense. I study.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what he said. I don't care what she said.
Right, right,
I care
right.
what I think
And get your
because
own
it has to
perspective.
affect me.
Right.
So you running around like, yo, I got to wear Timberlands. I got to wear a Yankee hat this way. I got to do it's like two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on the sesame. Do you even like the Timberlands? Do they hurt your feet? Because they hurt.
Mm.
But because it's culture, it's now if you like it,
Acceptable.
do you?
Right.
I'm not judging. It
Right.
looks good on some people, but when you're 60, you should take it off.
Listen, I want to go back to the music part of it, right? Because speaking of 60 and an entire generation growing older, your catalog has shaped the sound of the 90s, right? So classics like Don't Wake Me, hey, I'm dreaming. And
Uh,
then you're supposed to follow up with the ah
I
woo.
knew you were gonna say that.
So that song, Promises, Promises, every little thing you do. What does it mean to you to see a new generation still embracing those records?
It's par for the course. It's what we did with Marvin Gaye and Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
I have a song being sampled by a great young artist named Bryson Tiller. So
Yep.
it's really cool. I'm like, wow, he knows me.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the record will be hot and it causes that frequency to leak into a different generation.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that fa 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 fa. That's my grandson's favorite Roman number 9. But the key of the song is the great Luther Vandross
Of
going, "If
course.
this world were mine."
Mm.
That's what that's what these young cats heard and was like, "What is that?"
Mm-hmm.
That's a sound and a frequency of true genius, of true
Mm-hmm.
gifting,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows that. Why do you think they took sound away from us? Bells. You
Mm.
go to the hospital to get healed, they never introduce sound to heal you, but
Mm.
that's what God gave you sound and frequency for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Interesting thought. Now, speaking of this new generation, the Brian Tillers of the world, you've always delivered your music with soul, intention, and storytelling. How do you think that these new R&B artists today can maintain that depth in such a fast-paced digital landscape?
Wow. It's a good question, really good question. I guess with endurance and the ones who are singing from that place that are soulful, they just put their twist on it. And like I've said, I feel like music is in good hands. Um, you've got Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller, but
Mhm.
especially with the girls, you've got Bruno Mars and Andy Pack. You've got Mario. Um, uh, you've got Trey Songz. So there's a plethora of young men who are still holding the mantle. They approach it a little differently.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you listen deep enough and you understand music, you understand that Fine China was an expression of Chris saying, I want to do a Michael Jackson type joint, but I'm a Chris Brown it. Because like Chris always says, y'all keep talking about me, but who gonna sing it like Breezy?
Mm-hmm.
And they get mad at him because he's confident,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not cocky. He's out there trying to raise his family, raise his children, help his loved ones as he can, the best way he can, and make a way for his village and his life.
Yeah.
But because of one or two things that you don't like about him, you know, it doesn't stop him. It's not going to stop who he is and what his gift is and what he's been. So I think that the mantle gets carried to answer your question. I just
Mm-hmm.
think that for them to go the long run and become Charlie Wilson or Stephanie Mills, we're watching four queens sell out 16,000 seaters. I
And
don't
I
think,
love it.
I think
Yeah.
collectively they haven't put a record out in over a century.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
but they're selling out. You know why? Because they love that frequency. I
Hmm.
don't care what morning you wake up on. If you want to hear Gladys Knight sing, he's leaving, you're like, oh my
Leaving.
God.
Mm.
On that, it don't stop. You hear
Keep
Stephanie Mills.
on.
You put a
Leaving
little
on
rush
the
on me, and
train.
I
Oh,
like to
come on.
know you better. Stephanie
Mm.
just went
Maybe
viral with her
next
song.
time. Okay.
So it shows that good music, and when it comes from the heart, it'll live on. And I think with the young
Mm.
people, it'll do the same. It'll just have to find a different balance. It'll probably be easier for the Jasmine Sullivans or the Hers.
Yeah.
But for the people who love hip hop and are twisting it and they're using vernacular that's like of the YNs they call it, it's harder for older people to grasp onto because we don't know what half the stuff they saying.
Yeah.
So
That
it's the
part.
it's the same thing they felt when we were making hip hop
Yeah.
52 years ago. They like,
Yeah.
what are these kids talking
Right.
about?
Right.
But I think what happens is innovation needs wisdom and wisdom needs innovation, but society is always dividing.
Hmm.
So old people can't relate to young people no longer relate to older people, and it's just a division thing.
Yeah. Now I hate to go because they're putting a little rush on me, pun intended. Maybe next time. Okay. But you are touring and you're touring across the country early 2026. Tell us more about that. What has it been like reconnecting with fans who waited years to see you performing in?
It's amazing. And you know what's funny? There are 300 women around the country called Team Dream. Only 300, not a big number.
Okay.
Nice size number. They've never stopped coming to see me. You
Okay.
know, from when I first started in 90, I now know all their names.
Mm.
We talk personally. We used to have a club called WWW dot.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say what it is because it's private, but
Okay.
it's a club of fellowship. We get together and it's all women.
Mm-hmm.
It's all women, and we have the most intense conversations. So, for them especially, I always seem to think about what other people are thinking. So I know they're really happy. For me, it's kind of like the same old thing, but growing in a different masses. And I know what it's about, and I feel it. So I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about the new show. I'm excited when we can release the announcement about this new tour. But right now, we're just doing the Christopher Williams Rebirth Tour, which is mainly city wineries and spot dates. I've done some stuff with DJ Cassidy, my brother from the Bronx, D Nice. So there has been a lot of really cool venues. I did Rock the Bells with LL Cool J this summer, which was amazing. I hadn't seen my boy in a long time. So again, it's so cool to see it. But the other part of this business is when you see people from our era, rushing L and the weird behavior. It's still music, but
Yeah.
I still love it.
Yeah.
So that's how I honestly feel about going around and seeing the fans.
I love it, love it, love it. We have to wrap, but I do want to ask you, what's the first word that comes to mind when you think of your new single, Good Enough?
Lava,
Okay, it's hot. Okay.
hotter than fire.
A classic Christopher Williams song that fans must play on repeat.
A fool becomes a man.
Okay. What's one thing that you absolutely need in the studio when you are performing and or recording?
Coconut water.
Mm. Your go-to vocal warm-up.
I don't have one.
Really?
I'm like Eddie Kane.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
like, my friends used to call me David Ruffin, all my friends in Detroit, because they'd be like, you just jump out the taxi, run into the theater, do the show. I'm very unorthodox. I'm
I
not,
love that. I love that.
I don't need the temperature, the right thing. I don't need moisture, and I don't need like 12 daffodils and this and that. I'm just grateful to be able to open. My grandmother used to tell me, singers sing.
You got one job, do it, perform. I love it. Last question. If you could describe the upcoming album War and Peace in one word, what would it be?
History.
Christopher Williams. It has certainly been a pleasure speaking with you today.
You
Your
too.
return reminds us that your voice is timeless and your story is so powerful. I know we didn't get a chance to go in depth about some of the things in terms of health challenges, but we are so grateful that you are back and we are going to be streaming your music everywhere. Where do we follow you? Where do we find the most up to date information on your tour and all of the things Christopher Williams?
Official Christopher Williams on Instagram, official Christopher Williams on um, Facebook, Real Men Sing on TikTok. Um, but mainly, you can find me. Everything correlates through my IG page, official Christopher Williams. I want everybody to know that the Book of Akbar is coming. Kareem Akbar is getting out of federal prison,
That's
and we're gonna have an amazing story about perspective and helping the youth and the challenge of good and evil and the perspective that these kids have about drugs and building autonomy and chasing bags instead of bags chasing you. So it's gonna be an amazing story. And I thank you for asking about my health challenges. It was actually the best and worst thing that ever happened to me. So my kidneys failed 3 years ago. I was in a coma for 24 days, but I was able, they told me I never walk, sing, or talk again. So the fact that we're here now is, it's amazing. And the creator has much more in store. I had a lot of revelation in the hospital for 7 months, being still the way I was.
Mhm.
And it's just gratifying and exciting to now start to walk out this new purpose again. So I'm super excited. And like I said, the most humbling thing in this all is that how people are receiving it.
Yeah, yeah. And we are celebrating you, your resilience, your legacy, and this new chapter ahead. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us. We will be tuning in. We will be at those concerts. We will be trying to get to become a part of that 300.
Team Dream.
Team Dream. But for now, we appreciate you for coming on, rolling out. Take care, and we will catch up with you soon.
See you soon, Portia Monique.